Welcome to this week's edition of the Blue Wave Sports Show. I'm Taylor Stewart.
And I'm Tyler Tipton.
Okay, Tyler, I'm getting very excited because basketball season is almost here. As we know, that's an exciting time. Hopefully it will be very exciting for us FAU students.
Hopefully.
Okay, so this week we got a chance to stop by a closed basketball practice, and it's gotten me very excited. Okay, we have 5 players, 6'9" or over. We have a lot of height this year. We have 2 transfers, 1 who is going to be starting. Dragon has thinned out a little bit. In practice, he's playing very tough and physical. Now, will that translate? That's yet to be seen.
Of course.
But, you know, we have some easy schools on our schedule, but we also have some very tough ones. We have Duke, Boston College, Maryland, UCF at home, which is nice.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to this game against Ave Maria because I think we will absolutely kill them.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you there. And I just really feel we should be winning a lot more games this year than last year. I mean, there's no reason for it. We have the height this year. I mean, I'm looking here. Grant Pelchin, a freshman from Jupiter right down the street. He's 6'11". All right, Dragon, he's 7 feet tall. He's a redshirt senior. We talk about him on the show all the time. It's time for him to perform. If he's slimmed down like you said he has, you know, he's laid off the spam this offseason. Okay, you know, maybe he'll get a little bit more physical in the games as he should have been all along.
And, you know, we have Pablo's returning senior year. He's expected to have a big senior year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, last year, of course, was very disappointing for us. But going to this practice kind of energized me. I'm feeling hopeful. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I would definitely expect a win, though, for this first game.
And so now let's turn to FAU football. We have a big mountain to climb this weekend.
Wow.
Auburn.
We can't soar higher than an eagle as now, but especially after coming off the win against Texas A&M.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, if we can come out and, you know, if Jacquez Johnson can score 3 touchdowns, I'm going to put the bar up here. All right, if he can score 3 touchdowns, all right, I'm not demanding an upset of the year, upset of the century, really. That's what it would be. But if he can score 3 touchdowns, I will be very, very confident in him for the rest of this year and then the following year.
You know, I'm really interested to see how our defense plays because our defense has been kind of our bread and butter for our team the past couple years. And, you know, we held Miami to under 35 points, so I'm really interested to see, you know, they just got over 40 points, Auburn did, over Texas A&M. So I think that if our defense can hold them to a reasonable number, for me, that's a good sign. And like you said, if we can score a couple touchdowns, hey, I mean, we're getting paid a lot to play them. We're getting national recognition. So if we can do well and compete, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I want to ask for a win here, but I tell you what, missed extra points and just mistakes while we only have 2 wins in the season right now. I don't see this this third win happening on the road at Auburn.
Yeah.
Now, we've had a bye week, so, you know, we're supposed to be preparing for this for 2 weeks. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens there in Alabama. But
yeah, I'm not predicting a win, but I'm expecting our guys to give them a run for their money.
Yeah, exactly. And just put some names out there while you're on the field. We're getting paid as it is. Go ahead and get your name out there. Maybe you'll get drafted in the NFL. Alfred Morris, look at him now.
Exactly. And now to some more kind of hometown news. Jose Fernandez, the pitcher of the Marlins, was named Rookie of the Year, which kind of for them I feel like is kind of bittersweet. Because, yes, that's great news, but then again, when you lose 100 games in one season, does it really make a difference?
Well, I think you meant to say they're sweet bitter because that's good news through and through, but they had an awful season.
Oh, you're so mad you just threw your paper.
Yeah, awful season.
I mean, honestly, this is good for him. What does it do for the Marlins? Obviously, it did nothing because he got Rookie of the Year and they're still in the predicament they're in. So, good for him. For the Marlins, I don't know what that means going forward, but it's a nice little shout out for them.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to dwell on it. Anyway, while we're talking about MLB here, all right, World Series, St. Louis Cardinals, Boston Red Sox. All right, so I looked up a little stat here. Let me retrieve my paper now, as I do need it. Okay, in the postseason, Boston was first in batting, and in the postseason, St. Louis was first in pitching. Wow.
But, you know, both teams have very strong pitching, so I feel like this is kind of Boston also has home field advantage, so I'm going to kind of have to go Boston, as much as I don't want to say that, and I feel like they're just enough with the Boston Red Sox already. I would love for someone else to win. I'm going to have to go with the Red Sox. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards the Red Sox, too, just because they are at home, and so you have to take in the big, not the Cookie Monster, but the big green monster, that wall. I mean, you know. And Boston, it's a rough place to play.
Yeah, that's true. And especially, I mean, I know their fans are going to be rowdy. I'm sure they're upset with their New England loss to Geno Smith, so they're going to be really pulling for this Red Sox team.
Yeah, definitely. You know.
And speaking of losses, let's go to our top and flop play of the week. Let's start off with the flop. For me, this is so exciting to be announcing, but it's going to be Johnny Manziel's sack. He lost over 20 yards against Auburn.
He's scrambling around. He gets sacked for a 22-yard loss, trying to, you know, make one of those great, magnificent plays. Doesn't work.
For me, it was so great because he always kind of resorts to the scramble, and then he makes a huge play, and he does the signature in the air, does the money sign. And so for him to actually be sacked and to lose over 20 yards was just, and then ultimately them losing made it even sweeter for me.
Exactly. I got a note out there for Johnny Manziel, the whole money, all this. Listen, you're a quarterback at Texas A&M. You're not A$AP Rocky, okay? Just go out there and play football.
Exactly.
I mean, and now for the top play, okay, I'm a little bit more optimistic. As we know, Taylor, she can be a little pessimistic on the show, always talking about loss and everything. I'm going to go with the top play. I'm going to say Calvin Johnson's 50-yard reception. You look here. He goes up and grabs it over 3 defenders. It's not even close. Look at that reach. Look at that reach. He goes up and grabs that, brings it down. Wow.
That was, I mean,
Megatron.
That's why he's one of the best in the league.
The best.
Okay, the best.
Hey, until you can find another give me another wide receiver right now that you would have over him.
That was, I can't think of one.
Yeah.
Can't think of one.
Point taken.
So I agree with your top. That was amazing. Just pure athleticism. And
it's just pure size. I mean, he just goes up there and grabs it. I mean,
covered. I mean, I can't imagine having 3 people in my face all over.
He's like a big sunflower plant just rising up above all the other weeds and just.
Well, stick with us, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will be back talking about some college upsets and also some NFL.
All right, cool. Was that too short? I feel
like our panel went on a long time.
Yeah, that's true, too. What do you think, Cyrus?